Virgos, let's do your next 48-hour reading. Okay, make sure to like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and take what resonates, as this is a general Virgo placement reading. Okay, so use common sense. All right, and keep in mind, if you want to see this reading, any other reading from now on, I am going to be making my videos members only after I go live. So until the viewership is back up, okay, I'm making my videos members only. Okay, I'm not on here doing this for nothing. I do enjoy reading, I always have. Okay, but what's the point if there's no views, if nobody's really watching it? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what's going on with YouTube, but I do know that you guys, some of y'all do get notified. Okay, so if you're not getting notified for everything that I post, make sure you turn it to all, put on all notifications instead of just personalized. Okay, because YouTube doesn't always, whatever. So until something is fixed with YouTube and the views and everything, I am going to be making the videos members only. Okay, so it's only $3.99 a month. Okay, and I get like 40% of that. So they do take money, but still. Okay, and plus, if you become a member, you can get the 21 plus readings, the next sexual encounter readings, all that good stuff. Okay, and other channel messages and messages in the community tab as well. Okay, so that being said, just a side note, and oh, one more thing. If you want a chance to win 5 free personal reading questions, make sure to come over to my TikTok, follow me so you can see when I go live, and come get a $8 mini or a $12 full reading during my TikTok lives. Okay, that's where I do most of my personal reading lives. So join over there, and then every question that you get throughout the month of June, I do it every month. You'll get a chance to win 5 free questions. Okay, I do a raffle every month. Okay, that's an idea. I started that 7 months ago now. Okay, so if you see other readers, doing the raffle thing, I'm not saying I'm the only one, but it's not that common because, for the raffle thing. But I did think that it was a cool idea 7 months ago, back August 2024. Okay, so most people like it. Okay, and it's my way of giving back to you guys. Okay, so anyways, let's get into your reading. Okay, Virgos, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What's going on for my Virgos? Next 48. Okay, some of you guys may be trying to figure out how to get somewhere. Okay, you could be using a GPS. Some of y'all may be rock climbing in the next 48 hours. Okay, or you're reaching some sort of goal. Okay, that was very difficult for you to get through or to. Okay, why am I seeing somebody go through like a tunnel? Okay, somebody could be going through a tunnel. I'm hearing wind tunnel. Okay, whether you're driving on the highway or something like that, you could be going under a bridge, driving under a bridge. Okay, something like that in the next 48 hours. I'm seeing a lot of rock and stone. Okay, some of you guys may be, yeah, I don't know, something to do with rock climbing. Okay, stone. If y'all know Starved Rock, some of y'all might be going there. Okay. Let's see. I also see you getting your finances together. Okay, where you're going to be noticing that you have a lot more money than you used to. Okay, which is good always. Some of you guys are trying to keep better track of your finances, where your money's going once you get it. Okay, so some of you guys could be working on budgeting and things like that for the next 48. Let's see. Okay, some of y'all could be going to quite literally a show, okay, like a concert or just live music, okay. I'm also seeing one of those, what do they call it? The drag queens, okay. Yeah, a drag show. Some of you guys might be going to a drag show or something like that, okay. It doesn't have to be. Excuse me, it doesn't have to be, but it could be just a show, a concert, live music, somebody playing music in front of a bunch of people. Okay. Let's see. Or you could be on stage. I almost called you Libra. Some of y'all could be Libra placements too. But Virgo, let's see. What's going on for my Virgos? Some of y'all could be in school, okay, studying, learning new things, okay, progressing in your schoolwork, okay, or you could be working on some sort of homework for the next 48. All right, let's see. What's going on for my Virgos? Some of y'all need a break, okay? I'm not saying stop working completely, but you can take a break, Virgo. Okay, I feel like you deserve it. You deserve to get a room. You deserve to, some of y'all could be getting a room if you have a partner. Okay, you could be getting a hotel or something like that, a business suite, or just a, you could be going to a motel too. Okay, depending on your situation. Um, some of you guys are going to be deciding whether you want to get a hotel or a motel. Okay, like, this one is cheaper, but we might get shot in the middle of the night. Just jokes, maybe not, but or should we get a real hotel and feel safer, and have better quality. Okay, somebody could be staying at the Quality Inn in the next 48. Okay, so you could be deciding, do we want to spend this money on this place and have a better experience or an easier time sleeping. Okay, so there could be something about noise or no noise complaints. Okay, you could be looking at reviews online and you could see that a place has a lot of noise complaints or something like that. Even if it's like a housing situation, you could be looking for houses or apartments. Okay, and yeah, you could be looking for a room. It doesn't have to be a hotel, it could be an actual place to stay. Okay, and make sure you look at the reviews, Virgo. Okay, and make sure to look at reviews that seem fake. Okay, because sometimes they have the leasing office or whatever put fake reviews up. If it's all bad reviews from people and then you see that, oh my god, this place is amazing, this place, oh my god, I would totally renew my lease. And then everything else is like horrible, maintenance never shows up, there's rats in the walls, a bunch of stuff like that. Pay attention to that. Okay, don't just count on that one good review. Obviously you can go in person, you should go in person if you're trying to look for a place to move into or something like that, but or even stay for the night. Make sure you read all the reviews, okay? And watch out for fake reviews, okay? So somebody could be, you know what I'm talking about. I don't know how else to explain that. Someone could be giving fake reviews on something to try to make it look better than it actually is, okay? So let's see. Some of y'all need to go to the post office, or you could be dropping something off at the post office in the next 48 as well, okay? You guys could be hanging out with your family. Some of you guys, if you have kids, I feel like I'm seeing like a child like take something like a box to somebody. Okay, somebody could be teaching their kids how to live, how to drop something off at the post office, how to order, at a restaurant, how to go to the bank and write a check. Somebody's, yeah, good. Okay, I hope so. If you're a parent, okay, or even if you're not a parent, you could be teaching your niece or nephew, someone younger than you, how to do something that's a basic life necessity. Okay, and that's good. Start young, because there's adults out here who literally don't know what a checkbook even is. Okay, so somebody good if you're teaching your kids stuff like that early on. Okay, that's what you should do. um but let's see. Let's see what's going on for my Virgos, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Okay, something could be in the past. Somebody could be 60 years old. Okay, what's in the past here? Could be dealing with an Aries. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. The message I just got. Okay, so what's going on for my Virgos? Somebody may not be as attractive as you thought they were. Okay. Ooh, that's not good. Okay. Yeah, rejected. Okay. Why do I keep wanting to call you Libra? Some of y'all have Libra placements. I don't know. You could be dealing with a Libra, but Virgo, I feel like somebody maybe that you thought was a soulmate energy, you're just not attracted to them anymore. And it is what it is. I know people change, things change, okay? But you could be having to reject somebody because you're like, maybe I was obsessed with you years ago, but now I'm just like, you do not look the same, okay? You know those people, who like, I don't know, maybe say you had a crush like in high school or something on somebody, and then your high school crush comes back around and they want to hit on you now, 10 years later, right? And it's like, you don't even look the same as when I liked you. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, people grow up, okay? But this is like a situation where somebody could have been very attractive, okay? We have eye candy reversed. Somebody could have been very attractive, and now they're like, I don't know, they just don't look up to your liking anymore. Like, you could have been obsessed with them, and somebody still thinks, oh well, you're obsessed with me. You loved me back then, so why don't you love me now? Like, somebody does not, I don't know, it could be, there's nothing wrong with being fat, okay? You should be healthy enough, right? But shit happens, no matter what weight you are. Maybe somebody liked you when you were skinnier, or oh, okay, maybe, okay, I don't know, flip it how you need to, okay? This could be about you, Virgo. Maybe some of you guys, I don't know, maybe you think somebody still should be obsessed with you, but you don't look how you looked when they liked you, okay? So it could be flipped too, for me to say that. But I feel like somebody's trying to come towards you, trying to act like you still give a shit about them, and they don't even look the same. So whether they gained a lot of weight, or even if they lost a lot of weight, I'm a person, I honestly, I don't like really skinny guys. I don't. I'm a chubby chaser. Not unhealthy in this way, in a way like that, but like you, I like a thicker man, okay? I like to cuddle, okay? If we can't cuddle, then I'm laying on a pile of bricks. It's what it feels like, to be honest. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So, no offense to the skinny people. I'm not talking about you. I don't know you, okay? But that's what I like. I don't like when my ex lost weight. I was like, who the hell is this? Who is this? I don't know you, and I'm honestly not attracted to you anymore. Like, someone could not be ugly, okay, but there's a preference, and somebody's preference, they're not what this person's preference is anymore. Or if it's you, you're not somebody's preference anymore. Especially even if you had a glow up and it's positive, somebody just doesn't like it. Somebody doesn't want, you know, you could be someone who was really skinny and you gained a bunch of weight, or vice versa. If you were really big and maybe you lost a bunch of weight, it's just not what somebody wants anymore. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Let's see. Okay, so like I said, changes happen. We all change, okay, or we should change, over time. But it doesn't mean that somebody is supposed to still be, liking whatever it is that is being presented, you know okay. So there's something here about somebody's looks. It's just not what it is anymore, or somebody's whatever. Anyways, let's see. Somebody could be graduating, you could be graduating a class or a course or college or something in the next 48, okay, or soon. Somebody could be passing something that they maybe they thought they weren't going to pass, okay, when it comes to schooling or some sort of class course, okay. I'm also hearing crash course, okay. Isn't that like if you guys know what I'm talking about, the online videos and stuff like that, crash course? We used to use that in high school. I forgot. I think it was like a history thing. I think there's multiple. I don't know. Some of you guys could be watching something online like that, okay? Um, but it's like a course. It's a education thing, okay? Something like that. Let's see. What else is going on for my Virgos? Next 48. Okay. Some of you guys are trying to look at that. Okay, we got coffee house. I've been drinking coffee all morning. This is my second cup of black coffee. Okay, so I'm a little hype right now, but I like it because, you know, usually I feel like kind of sluggish during the day, so I forget that coffee exists because I don't usually drink it. But anyway, some of y'all could be going to get coffee, okay? Some of you guys are trying to refine your balance, okay? Somebody could have vertigo too. Vertigo, that's what it's called, right? Vertigo, okay? Some of y'all could be eating a pastry. I had a really good donut last night, okay? And I usually don't like glazed donuts, but I had a really good one, okay? So some of you guys could definitely also be, eating something that you normally don't like, but you like it today. You know what I'm saying? You have a taste for something today or soon, okay? It could be something that you typically wouldn't eat or drink or do something, you might be like, yeah, I'll try it today. I'm open to it. Okay. So it could also be the way like something is made. Okay. I'm hearing also like how's it made. Some of you guys could be watching that show. I think it's like, I don't know if it's on YouTube or something, but some of y'all could be watching like how something is made, or the background, something about, yeah, how something is put together, how something is made, okay? You could also be like, what's in this? Like, this is really good. What's in this? What'd you put in this? I'm also hearing that TikTok where he's like, what do you say? Spectacular, give me 14 of them. Okay. So somebody could really like something that you make, or you're really gonna like something that someone makes, especially if it's like food or a drink, or okay, something like that. Let's see. What else is going on for my Virgos for the next 48 hours? Who's climbing a mountain? Who is climbing a mountain? What is this? What is all this this rock stuff? Like, is someone hiking or something? Okay. Y'all could be going on a camping trip or something like that. Okay. Who's in the wilderness? Okay. Some of y'all. Oh, there was okay, I don't know if you guys have seen it because I was gonna mention that in one of my videos. Yeah, some of y'all are going on like a road trip or something soon. Or you could be planning one. But I saw this, it is Pride Month, right? But I saw I saw this TikTok where it was like a guy and he looked very suspicious in the video. And he was like, what is it called? I'll have to look it up again. It's a gay men's retreat, resort, wilderness type thing, okay, where gay men go and they do stuff. You know what I mean? Like, so maybe some of y'all are going to do that. I don't know. I'm not saying y'all are gay, okay, but somebody may be trying to figure out like an escape, or they want to have I y'all maybe y'all don't know how I feel about DL people, but I think you should just be honest, okay, with whatever it is that you are, okay? There's nothing wrong with liking something, but be honest. Don't lie to people, okay? And don't try to force yourself to be into something that you're not actually into, okay? That's just common sense to me. Don't get mad about it. I think, if it's 2025, if you still feel like you got to hide who you are, get away from the people around you, or I don't know. I don't know. Because I think that people should just be honest and open about, because when you lie, that's the problem. It's not the fact that you're into this or that. It's lying. You know, lying is not cool. That's where I draw the line. Oh, you lied? I don't give a I don't give a damn if you like to eat coochie or suck dick or both, okay? Do what you got to do, but don't lie about it, okay? So, if you're mad about me saying that, just be realistic, okay? That's all I ask from people in general, okay? Be realistic. Nobody cares if you like this or that. So somebody could be doing something under, I'm hearing a disguise, under a disguise, under like they want to be hidden. Okay. Somebody could be going on a trip to do something that they find pleasure in, but at the same time, they don't want anybody else to know. Okay. It is what it is. Okay. Obviously, I can't stop you from doing that if that's you. Okay. It is what it is. I'm seeing it here. Okay. I'm getting a message about that. Somebody could be, yeah, look, drama. You're like, oh my God, you're messy. Okay. Like I said, it's about lying. It's not about what you like. Okay. So you can get your panties in a bunch or not, but it is just be realistic. Okay. Somebody thinks like, oh, I can't come out. Okay, well, you need to get away from the people around you. Some of you guys need to move. Okay, some of you guys need to move so that you can be your true self. Sometimes that's what you got to do. Okay, I don't know if you're needing to move schools, hometowns, or whatever the case is. If you feel like you can't be yourself in a certain area, even if it's not gay related, move. You can start over. You can most definitely go somewhere and be who you are. Okay, no pun intended. You guys know that be who you are. Okay, so let's see. I feel like somebody may be a gay or something. Okay, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Just don't lie, and don't lie to yourself. Okay, don't. Sometimes that could be a message for y'all. Don't lie to yourself about what you are or like. And if you don't want to put yourself in a box, or if you don't want to label yourself, that's okay too. But just be like, I'm open. I'm queer, whatever the case is. That's, you still be upfront about it. Okay. You could be like, I'm open, or I'm exploring, something like that along those lines. Okay. But let people know. Okay. Because I don't know why I'm talking about that so much, but somebody may need to be, it's like I don't know why I feel like I have to keep reiterating that. Maybe somebody on my channel is like, oh well, you're saying that I can't be gay. No, nobody's saying that. I'm saying don't lie. Okay, be open, even if you're not sure yet. Okay, say you're bi curious or this or that, whatever term it is. Okay, that you want to use to call yourself. Be open. Don't lie. Tell people up front, especially if you're out here dating. Okay, because I feel like that's a big portion of somebody's message in the Virgo reading today. Somebody just be open, okay? If you're open, say that. Okay? Um And if you feel like you gotta hide, I guess, like I said, I can't control you, but if you feel like you gotta hide and go on trips to, you know, meet other gay people and stuff like that, like, I don't know, maybe move over there. You would probably be happier, okay? I'm just saying, like, it's 2025. Like, how miserable would it be to live in a state where you can't be yourself? Like, that sounds miserable. Do you guys know how hard it is for me even to not say what I'm feeling? You guys know on my channel, I'm always like, I shouldn't say that. And then I say it anyway. Because I'm like, I need to get it off my chest. So, imagine feeling like you can't be yourself. Go where you're appreciated, go where you're liked, okay? Do what you got to do to be your true self, okay? I hope that makes sense. There's no hate here. I stand with y'all, okay? But just don't lie, okay? Or go where you're appreciated. You guys know I always tell you that, okay? So let's see. Anything else coming out for Virgo? Yeah, don't lose yourself. I'm telling you, don't lose yourself staying somewhere or with somebody that you're not actually happy with. Okay, so watch for your sun, moon, rising, Venus. There could be yeah, watching shit go down, being a victim. Okay, don't play victim. If you're on my channel, you should be an adult. Okay, um, I don't think anybody's really stopping you from being who you are. They could be, but I'm not seeing that here. Okay, it's not a problem. Some of y'all could be on Instagram or talking to somebody on Instagram. Um, Anyways, let's see. Anything else for Virgo? Yeah, even if it's like a situation where some of y'all don't want to be in a committed relationship, that's fine too. If you want to be open, that's what I said earlier. Look, if you want to be not committed to somebody, but you still want to connect with them, you need to say that, okay? Don't lead somebody on to the point where they're thinking, oh, me and the Virgo are together. If you want to open up the situation, you can open it up with that person's agreement, obviously. But whatever you like, whatever you want to do, even if you're straight, if you want to date other people, you got to tell people what it is, okay? Or you're asking for problems. When you leave room for when you leave room for interpretation, you can't get mad when people start to assume, okay? You can't. Because if you don't voice something very directly and to the person out loud, you can't get mad that they start assuming certain things or their mind starts to wander, okay? You can't. You can't be mad at that because you weren't direct, okay? You can't assume that somebody just should know that, you're into this or that. If you don't voice it, how would they know? How would they know? Okay? So some of y'all, like I always say, you need to speak up. You need to say something directly before drama starts. Because I do see some of y'all, getting involved in some drama, but don't play victim because you could have said something directly. If you don't speak up, if you don't tell people what it is, you can't just assume that they're gonna know. Oh, those people who are like, oh, I'm a just, distance myself and, they'll figure it out. What? That's weird behavior. I promise you, that's weird behavior. You're not looking cool doing any type of non-communication. You distancing yourself and not communicating it's not the move. You look like a weirdo when you do that. When you can't communicate your needs or whatever you want to somebody directly, you're a weirdo. That's just what it is, okay? Assuming that people are gonna read your mind is crazy. Okay, so somebody needs to understand that. And don't play victim when, you don't get what you want. This could be someone in a relationship too. Like if your partner says, like if they just start sighing, those people who are like super passive, I hate that shit. But those people who are super passive and they don't tell you like what's going on, they just start acting fucking weird. I'm going to leave you and let you figure out what you want to do about that. I'm not going to sit here and try to figure out what you got going on because you can't speak up. If you're my partner, you need to be direct, okay? That's it. We're adults here. Stop acting like a child, okay? And if you got kids, teach your kid to be, speak up for themselves sooner than later so that they don't end up like whoever you're dealing with, okay? And if this is you, vice versa. I know sometimes y'all think I'm scolding y'all, but like honestly, like this is basic shit. It's basic shit. So speak up. Be honest, be upfront. Okay? Or deal with the drama. That's it. Or deal with the drama. Don't play victim after you could have said something to prevent a whole lot of stuff. That's what I'm getting here. Okay? And you got to flip it how you need to. You know, take what resonates, apply it how you need to. Okay? Whatever situation you're in. But that's what I got for y'all. Okay? And look, at the bottom of the deck here, hiding feelings. Okay? Confirmation, overall energy. Okay? Don't lose yourself not speaking up for yourself and ignoring your own needs. And remember that people can't read your mind. And when you leave room for interpretation, you can't get mad that people start assuming what's going on with you. Because people could start assuming, and you're like, well, no, that's not what I meant. Then say so. Say so. Say something, okay? Because I feel like somebody may be damn near ready to give up on a situation because someone's not communicating. Like, okay. Like I said, if anyone has self love, especially like I do, I'm not going to sit around and wonder what you got going on because you can't use your words. Okay? Somebody needs to grow up a little bit. Even if you're already a grown up, you know, you got to grow up. Not everybody who's grown up is a grown up, okay? You get what I'm saying? So, that's what I got for y'all, okay? Thank you for watching. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, apply it wherever you need to. Let things play out, and I will see y'all later.